company. This is not one you're going to want to miss. We'll take a look at things they're doing right, maybe some things they're doing wrong, and how to improve their rankings. If you too have a locksmith company, make sure to drop your questions below, and I will gladly answer them personally. Let's go ahead and dive right in. So this is an amazing looking website. It's like what I personally like. You got the big red call to action buttons, click to call. You got Western Chicago area. We got regular Chicago service. We got our forum over here. I'm not a fan of forums unless you have click to call buttons where they have your phone number. He has his nice big H1 header here, Omega Locksmith, Chicago, Illinois. He has his keyword. He has his city. He has 8 subheaders down here with Locksmith, Chicago. Nice image back here, storefront, address. He has content silos, which means he has his services listed, and each one of those have subcategories: residential, commercial, locksmith, key duplication, car replacement, all that. Contact us, review us, about us, and he even has a blog. All right, let's look at the blog. It's a nice bit of content, internal linking going on. I love it. You got your separate pages set up for different areas you service. All right, you got the locksmith. All right, this is not the way I would personally set up location pages. I have my own very specific way of doing it. But let's look at everything. You have your internal linking. He's got his keywords in here. And this is a very tough niche. So if he's ranking, this is definitely one that I would be interested in. So locksmith, he's got his GMB embedded on his homepage. He's got all his services. I mean, the site is absolutely beautiful. All right. Let's see. Is this a WordPress site or not? Yeah, it looks to be a WordPress website. Yes, it is. Awesome. All right, let's look at your sitemap just to see if you got a nice sitemap set up. He does. He's got his sitemap put together. He's got 25 posts or blogs on his pages. He's got pages that are separate from blogs. He's got 53 pages. So let's say, give or take, with the categories and posts and all that, he's got about 90 pages of content. So average amount of content on each page. Let's take a look. I want to see what you're doing right, because you're definitely doing right. Homepage 1,200 words. Car locksmith 1,000. So on average, through all this, you got about 800, 900 keyword, words of content on each page. Most of them are over 1,000 or thereabouts. I would say bump your content level up to about 1,500 to 2,000 words on every single page. Okay. Now let's take a look at your site audit. As far as your audit, you have 891 issues. We want to get those taken care of. It would take me a couple of days to get them fixed. Nothing major, but you do have some 404 broken pages. You got some broken backlinks. You got broken images, empty meta descriptions, stuff like that. It takes about 2 days to get all those fixed. Backlinks, you got a ton of them, mainly because I would say you're in a tough-ass niche. And usually the tougher the niche, the more backlinks, more branding, more of everything that you're going to need when it comes to SEO. You're going to have to be hyper-focused on your SEO, especially in the locksmith niche. Now, as far as rankings, you are doing absolutely amazing, right? You're in the top 5 across the board. You only have these couple of areas near Levinston and right here in the north, okay? Not talking about the water. I'm talking about these little, the 18 flag, 17 flag, 13, 11, 10, 6, 10. Now, personally, what I'd wind up doing is I would wind up, if you do, go over to rankfortress.com. Okay, you can book a sales call right here with this red button, or you can go ahead and order underneath content writing services. I have something called a Geo Article Stack 30 plus pages. Go ahead and order that. If you order that, we'll create 30 plus pages of a geostack with points of interest, things to do, places to go, and all that. Uniquely created for your city, for your specific niche, and that will bump up your rankings big time. And that would definitely help you. Now, this map is only in a 5-mile radius, okay? So if I wanted to rank you in a higher mile radius, I wanted to actually rank you, let's say, in a 10-mile radius, and then take you to a 20-mile radius, etc., you're going to have to put in more work. And a lot of times, locksmiths, we want to dominate even more areas. So we're going to go out to 10 and 20. So you're going to have to do more press releases, more concentrated on your SEO, branded content, etc. So we would gladly help you with that. First thing I'm going to tell you to do, like I've already shown you, is order this geo-relevant article stack. That'll get you going in the right direction. Let me show you an example of that. All right, here's an example of it. This is the hub page. This one's in New York. To tell you things to do, places to go, transit, etc., neighborhoods in the area, places to do, go, hotels, popular restaurants, points of interest, and then all of these have driving directions from one point of interest to another, from one area to the actual GMB, all embedded on every page. There's 30 plus pages in it. Like I said, if you want our assistance, go over to rankfortress.com. You can order it yourself under content writing, or go speak to sales and book a call, and Alfredo will jump on a call with you and we'll get you set up in the right direction. That way we can expand your GeoGrid, not just from ranking in a 5-mile radius, but in a 10 to 20 mile radius. I'm going to show you what that looks like. What we're going to have to do, we're going to have to move this a little bit out, because right now this is covering the water. We don't want it to cover the water, of course, so we're going to move this map out this way, right? Just a little bit. All right, now we're going to go ahead and search Locksmith Chicago. We're going to wait, and it's going to show us where you're at in a 10-mile radius. We're going to start with 10 miles and then go out further. All right, so when we moved you away from the water and we actually moved you more towards in and we gave you a 10-mile radius, you're actually in the top 3. So whatever you're doing, keep doing it. You know, if you want, in my opinion, you can go on there and order the GeoStack. Do you need it? Don't have to have it. Will it help you? It will always help you, especially when you're creating geo-relevance in the area. But everything you're doing is right. Whatever SEO company you have doing the work is doing an amazing job. Anybody else out there has a locksmith company? This is one you're going to want to pay attention to.